I'll be honest with you, you're buck wild. You are a human being.
Hi, everyone.
That's a very unattractive side of me right there. Look at that. Look at that. That's a fat ear.
Look how bright you are in the sunshine.
Ah!
I'll stay here in the dark.
You stay in the dark. I am the chosen one.
Well, we're going to Rathlin Island this weekend.
Don't tell people where we're going.
Well, this isn't going to come out while we're there.
Oh, right. Yeah, fuck you then.
It's not like anybody's going to, like, grab a ferry. Hurry, get over there. I'd see Elwyn.
You never know.
But the island looks really cool. We're going to see the puffins. Well, we're going to record our Witchcraft and Media podcast for this month here after this.
Yes.
So I was kind of trying to think of some questions because I don't want to default into like the things we regularly talk about when we talk about social media. I'd like this
Just
to be
a bitch and a moan.
I'd like this to be a more encompassing podcast.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, like, I guess, how are you feeling about being a witch on social media currently?
You feel like sometimes you feel like you're a bit one-dimensional because people just see that, you know, which is the point of these vlogs as well. Is to kind of be like, hey, here I am doing other things or being in other places, because I think that, you know, in social media we put across that we share the knowledge, some of the knowledge, not all the knowledge, but we share some of the knowledge and the practice that we do within a very spiritual context.
Yeah.
We don't often show it within the mundane context.
It wouldn't make good advertising.
No,
Jesus.
You're right. It wouldn't.
Make good advertising then.
It wouldn't. Well, it wouldn't, I think. You know, there's obviously a place for it.
But we have talked about aesthetics and witchcraft and how that's also kind of necessary to have things that are pretty. Because it helps validate you in a way. Not that you need, you know, special tools or special effects for your witchcraft, but it can.
It helps you achieve the mindset, the right gnosis.
Yeah.
Yes, of course it can. It's like when you go out. If you go out and you are going out for a nice day, you may dress nice. You're not going to kind of go out wearing sweatpants and a shirt and be like, oh, I don't know, and your hair's all messy and whatever. Because then you're kind of taking away from the act of what you're about to do. And so, yeah, it's the same. But, yeah, I think in social media, it can be difficult, I suppose, because you're also just trying to maintain that your life, really. And you're doing those things. And people often forget that you're a person. That sounds really big-headed, doesn't it? It sounds really showbiz.
I think every creator feels like that, though. Every creator with more than 20,000 followers probably feels the same way. You're like just churning these things out for the machine.
Yeah. And you do feel like a vending machine. Someone's like, button, give me this, do this now. And you're like, no, I don't want to do that now.
Yeah.
And it's the same, like people love to have an opinion. But it's oftentimes the people who feel that they can't have an opinion in their life, or who don't feel validated in their life, are the ones who will push that opinion on you through social media the most. And so when you make a video saying, this is how I do something, it can be very frustrating. And it's not the one person. I'm not the sort of person who kind of looks at one comment and again, that's it, I'm pissed off now. It's the collective comments of it, the collective things of it, and people being like, well, why don't you just do this? Like, I'll show you how to do something. And they'll be like, yeah, or you could just do this. And I'm like, yes, but that would be a completely different spell. So that's why you don't just do this, and I'm showing you this instead. You know, it's I often wonder, are those people the same in every circumstances? Like if they get in an Uber, do they tell the driver, you could have taken a left over here and done, like, shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, let people do what they do.
Yeah.
How
do you feel about the term spiritual psychosis?
Where do you think
it's actually applicable, and where do you think it's not?
I think it's applicable for many things, and not just within witchcraft. I think it's applicable, most of all, within Christianity.
Yeah, when I hear that term, I think of like the guys speaking in tongues and putting their hands on them.
no, not just the people on the stage,
come out, demon.
People in the audience as well. Most definitely. I must be honest, most pagans, I'm not talking about witches, most pagans, I would say, have a very well balanced spiritual practice and comprehension. However, it's the New Age love and lights, the star seeds, the light languages, and the light workers. These are the ones who they feel the need of self-importance. They feel as though they are different from everyone else, and therefore they hold on to this thing.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, is almost...
my divine purpose was to be here to uplift you, and that's very Christian, isn't it?
It's it's not. Yeah, it is actually. It's a very Christian thing, but it's taken to this extreme where it's about them. Their whole concept of their whole spiritual practice, if you want to call it that, is just them projecting onto other people. They're not reflecting something. They're projecting something, which is a big difference. And it can be, I think it's quite scary and very damaging.
What do you think about spiritual psychosis and people who have relationships with deities?
I think they're fucking buck wild. I'll be honest with you, you're buck wild. You are a human being. You are a human being talking about having let's get this right though, a marital or sexual relationship with a deity, right? No, you're not. No, you're not. What you are doing is fantasizing. Yeah? You're fantasizing and you're pleasuring yourself while you're fantasizing. That's what you're doing. You are not having a sexual relationship with a deity. They are not human. They do not represent anything that is human. They have never been human, right? So therefore, when I look at someone who is doing that, it's no different. I give them the same odd look that I would be someone who was fantasizing about having sex with a horse. Yeah, I don't think it's real. I think it's once again this need to fulfill this thing. Now, you may say that, nuns in Catholicism, nuns are married to the Lord, right? Same thing. No, they're not. They're not. They're not married to the Lord. What do you think?
It's hard because as long as they're not hurting anybody, I want people to enjoy themselves and have their own, do what they want to do. What I don't like is when other people have an opinion like, oh, I don't believe in people having, like you said, a relationship with a deity, and them going off on one, like, how dare you speak about me in Hades like that, or something like that. I think that's where it gets a little bit hazy.
Yeah, I don't. It's the most human thing in the world.
Yeah, to put
yourself
traits onto
things.
Yeah, no, I know.
But at the same time, if the more you do it, the less it becomes a god.
Yeah.
Or a deity, to me, anyways. Like, perhaps other people think differently. I don't know, but I think it's.
I'm not saying that it's right or that I believe in it. I agree with what you said. I'm just saying, I think in their spiritual journey, that's where they're at, and I think that you should let them have that until they come to a different conclusion, which I think eventually they will, if they continue on this path.
God spousing is a weird thing. Right? It's a strange thing.
See, that I would term that as spiritual psychosis.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, having a relationship in some form, in some context with a deity is not strange. God spousing, I think that's strange, right? Because it's about the person, right?
Yeah.
The deity, it's not about the deity. You're like, oh, well, the deity wanted me to. We only got your word to take for that. It's mightily convenient.
Oh my gosh, witch talk in like 2021, when everyone's like, well, Hades told me that he doesn't want you as his wife anymore. I lived for it, to be honest.
I could not stand it. I stay away from it. I stay away from it as much as I can.
Oh my god.
Because I think it's like
so childish. It's because all those Marvel movies were coming out with like Thor and Loki, and everyone was like, everyone and their mother was all of a sudden married to Loki, and I was like, okay, guys.
It's the same with a lot of the idea of Hades and Persephone, and that comic
Lore Olympus,
yeah, and a lot of people kind of romanticize this very, well, to be honest, toxic relationship.
Yeah.
They romanticize it, and that to them gives them inspiration behind it. It creates this mythos that they will structure their belief system because that is their reference, that is their influence. Fair enough, fine. You've got to get it from somewhere, but I mean, I don't know. I think the humanization of deities is something that is good, but also bad, because of the way that people go about it. There are so many people who want to feel special, who want to feel like they are being singled out by a deity, that they will develop that spiritual psychosis. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm sure it will piss people off, because people will be like, how dare you say this? I get it. But
I can't wait to see the comments.
I know. But
Hades says he's going to smite you down.
I don't think Hades would care. That's the kind of point, though. Why would they care? They're ancient celestial and terrestrial beings. They are primordial beings with knowledge that is beyond human comprehension. Why the hell would he care what a middle-aged man on his podcast would say about it? Do you know what I mean? He doesn't care. They don't care. And if they did care, they're not much of a deity, are they? Let's be honest. And so
they got bigger things to do.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess. I don't know. It's not my business what they get up to. It really isn't. And that's what I don't understand, because I'm pretty sure a lot of ancient people probably felt the same way. It's not our business what the gods get up to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And yet people are so obsessed with it now. It's like the latest reality TV show where everyone's got their favorite characters that they're rooting for. It's weird. It's I find it strange. It's been pop cultured, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah, I think we should, because it's a good job people can't write into us.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Look, I can see you. There's two L ones. You're in the window there.
Ah!